cannot even breathe right now. I am literally sitting here typing this at 2 a.m. because my brain will not shut off after watching the latest General Hospital. And I just need to scream into the void for a minute, because what are the writers actually doing to us? I have been watching this show religiously since 2015. I have survived the worst storyline droughts, the most ridiculous character assassinations, and the most heartbreaking exits. But this Thursday, March 19th episode has me feeling like I am losing my absolute mind. Am I the only one who feels like we are standing on the edge of a cliff with half of Port Charles right now? Because I am so stressed out. I need a vacation just from watching this soap. Wait, I need to start with the best part before I get to the stuff that is making me pull my hair out. Brad Cooper is back on my screen. Thank the soap gods. I'm sorry, but Brad and Britt are the ultimate chaotic bestie duo, and I have missed their dynamic so much it physically hurts. When Britt sat down with Brad and flat out told him it's time for her to get the hell out of Dodge, my heart dropped into my stomach, but also, I was cheering. Because yes, girl, run! Ross Cullum and Jen Sidwell are terrifying, and her Huntington situation is a ticking time bomb. But seeing Brad's face just absolutely fall when he realized the danger she is in, that is real friendship right there. He looked horrified, and honestly, same. And then she drops the bomb that Lucas Jones, sweet, upstanding, rule-following Lucas, has been helping her try to escape this nightmare. I mean, can we talk about this? Brad pushing Lucas to get Britt's meds and telling him to do whatever it takes to save her. It is so messy, but so beautiful. Remember when Brad and Lucas went through the whole baby swap nightmare and their marriage imploded? Yeah, well, seeing them united on this one front, even if they aren't together, just to save Britt is giving me all the feels. Brad basically begging his ex-husband to commit crimes for their best friend is the exact kind of high-stakes soap drama I live for. But I am so scared for Lucas because he is in way over his head with these people. Okay, back to the point, because Lucas's plan involves Marco Rios, and Marco is currently one wrong move away from being in a body bag. We saw Marco rummaging through that safe at Windermere for Britt's medication dose, and I was literally yelling at my TV. Hurry up, Marco. And of course, because nothing is ever easy, Cullum pops up holding Britt's medicine like the smug, terrifying WSB villain he is. Looking for this, I swear my soul left my body. Cullum is so dangerous, and Marco trying to play it off like he was just preparing Britt's next dose for Sidwell. Yeah, right. Cullum is not an idiot. He might pretend to buy it for a second just to see what Marco does next, but he's watching him like a hawk. And then Marco shifts gears and tries to get Cullum focused on his request to wipe Sonny Corinthos off the map. Wait, hold up. Marco is still on this Sonny vendetta, while he is quite literally caught red-handed stealing from a WSB director. The audacity is wild. I know Marco hates Sonny, but buddy, you need to read the room. You are about to get taken out by Cullum before you even get within 10 feet of the Corinthos coffee warehouse. And now Marco has to fill Lucas in on this close call, which is going to leave Lucas in an absolute panic. Because if Marco can't get the meds, Britt is doomed. And if Marco gets caught, Lucas is implicated. It is a disaster waiting to happen, and I am dreading it. But you know what is actually breaking my heart into a million tiny pieces, Jason and Danny? I cannot handle this. I just can't. Jason having this difficult discussion with Danny and asking him how he would feel about living with Alexis Davis, I am weeping. Danny's just a kid, he has already lost his mother, R.I.P. Sam. I will never forgive the writers for that, and now his father is basically setting up his will and guardianship before vanishing into the night. Again. Jason admitting he needs to leave town for a while and saying his goodbyes is just peak Jason Morgan tragedy. How many times does this man have to leave his children? I know Steve Burton is taking a short break, but story-wise, this is devastating. Danny, worrying about his father asking a million questions and Jason promising he's coming home eventually. We all know what eventually means in Port Charles. It means getting presumed dead, kidnapped, or stuck in a clinic for 3 years. I am terrified that Cullum is going to intercept Jason before he even makes it to Canada with Britt. Cullum has already warned Britt not to mess with Jason. And we know Jason is currently sitting on a roof with a sniper rifle aimed at Cullum and Jack Brennan. If Jason misses, or if Cullum has a backup plan, Jason is going to end up in captivity. And Danny's going to be left sitting at Alexis's house waiting for a dad who isn't coming back anytime soon. It is so unfair to that boy. Speaking of kids, can we please pivot to Brooklyn and Chase, because I am having major whiplash. They are having this sweet romantic time, and Brooklyn suddenly suggests they should take Delilah Wilson's baby girl. She wants them to apply to be the baby's foster parents. I mean, on one hand, I am melting because Chase and BLQ would be amazing parents, and they have so much love to give. But on the other hand, are we forgetting the Bailey Lou trauma? Brooklyn literally faked a pregnancy and hid Maxie's baby for months to protect her from Peter August. She got so attached to Bailey, and giving her back shattered her. Now Chase is worrying about Brooklyn getting too attached to Delilah's baby, and honestly Chase is the only one making sense right now. Because what happens when Delilah's family is found, or when the bio dad shows up, Brooklyn is going to get her heart ripped out all over again. I know Chase feels a pull to this little girl too, and they are probably going to agree to step up. But I am already preparing myself for the emotional devastation when they inevitably have to give this baby up. I just want them to have their own baby and be happy. Is that too much to ask? Why do the writers insist on torturing Brooklyn with temporary children? And while we are on the topic of torture, let's talk about Rick Lansing. I am so sorry, but I cannot stand this man right now. Rick pushing Elizabeth at the Port Charles Grill to tell him if she sees a future for them again. The absolute nerve. Has everyone in this town developed amnesia? This is the man who locked Carly in a panic room. This is the man who has manipulated, lied, and schemed his way through every relationship he has ever had. And now he is sitting there in a nice suit playing the reformed gentleman and pressuring Liz to figure out what she wants. Liz feeling pressured is exactly what Rick wants. He is trying to trap her before she realizes that Dante Falconeri is standing right there looking like a whole snack and actually treating her with respect. I know some people are loving this nostalgic Rick and Liz reunion, but personally I think it is a massive mistake. Rick is trying to convince everyone, including Alexis and Sonny, that he is a changed man, but leopards do not change their spots. He is just waiting for the right moment to show his true colors, and I am terrified Liz is going to get caught in the crossfire. She deserves so much better than Rick Lansing's toxic baggage. Please, Liz, just go find Dante. Wait, speaking of Dante, that brings me to the absolute mess that is Nathan and Lulu. They are apparently having their first official date, and they end up at the Port Charles Grill too. Which, by the way, is a terrible idea because half the town is there and it is prime real estate for drama. General Hospital spoilers say Lulu and Nathan's evening is going to take a wrong turn. And I am betting my entire life savings that it has something to do with Maxie or Dante. I am so frustrated with Maxie right now. I love her, I really do, but she chose Damian Spinelli. She woke up from her coma and made her choice. She cannot have her cake and eat it too. Admitting to Lulu that she will resent her for dating her ex-husband is just so selfish. Nathan was presumed dead for years. Lulu has been through hell and they found a connection. Why can't Maxie just be happy for her best friend, and Dante being all aggravated about it? Dante, you and Lulu have been broken up for ages, and you are currently making eyes at Elizabeth. Let Lulu live. But no, this date is going to get interrupted and it is going to be a disaster. Whether it's Maxie storming in, or the PCPD needing Nathan for the Delilah investigation, or just the sheer awkwardness of the situation. I am dreading it. Lulu deserves a nice night out without the ghost of her past relationships haunting her. But this is Port Charles, so nobody is allowed to eat a meal in peace. I am just so overwhelmed by all these moving parts. We have Jason preparing to leave and potentially getting kidnapped, Britt running for her life. Brad and Lucas teaming up in the most dangerous way possible, Marco playing a deadly game of chicken with Cullum, Brooklyn setting herself up for massive heartbreak, Rick gaslighting Liz into a relationship, and Lulu's love life imploding. It is too much. I am going to need a support group to get through the rest of this month. I swear, if Cullum hurts Britt or Jason, I am rioting. If Marco gets Lucas killed, I will never forgive the writers. And if Rick Lansing actually manages to win Elizabeth back, I might have to throw my television out the window. This show knows exactly how to push my buttons, and I hate how much I love it. I am going to be a nervous wreck waiting for Friday's episode. Am I crazy for being this invested? Probably, but I know you guys get it. We are all in this toxic relationship with ABC General Hospital together, and there is no escape. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go rewatch the Brad and Britt scenes and cry into my pillow